Hey guys, so as you know, all month long, I am sharing delicious and nutritious slow cooker recipes that are super simple to put together and super inexpensive. The best part about these slow cooker recipes is that they are also entirely vegetarian, which makes them perfect for Meatless Monday. Today, I am sharing my recipe for mushroom barley risotto. It is creamy and dreamy and absolutely delicious, and your entire family is going to love it. For this recipe, we are using pearl barley. Now, if you don't have barley on hand, no problem. You could also use quinoa or rice, but I love barley because it's a really nutritious grain. It holds up beautifully in the slow cooker, and it's nice to add something new to your cooking repertoire every once in a while. Now, if you don't have a slow cooker, don't worry about it. You can also make this recipe with a heavy bottom saucepan right on the stove. So we're starting at the stove. I've got some oil heating up in a frying pan, and I'm going to saute my onions. I'm gonna cook them up until they're just translucent, and then I'm gonna add some garlic. Once the garlic becomes fragrant, it's time to add our mushrooms. Now for this recipe, I am using two different kinds of mushrooms. I'm using some cremini and some portobello because that's what I had on hand, but you can use really any kind of mushroom you like. This recipe is super versatile that way. So we're gonna saute our mushrooms, onions, and garlic until our mushrooms start to release their liquid. And then we are going to add a little bit of white wine. Now, if you don't drink or you're too young to drink, you could also add vegetable stock instead. That will work just as well. We're gonna cook this beautiful mixture until the wine has mostly evaporated, and then we're gonna put it into our slow cooker. To that, we are going to add some finely diced carrots, our pearl barley, and some vegetable stock. Now you could also use mushroom stock in this recipe. That would be equally delicious. To that, we are going to add some fresh thyme leaves. It makes for the best flavor. If you only have dry thyme on hand, that's totally fine, but you'll wanna use about half as much because it's much more potent when it's dry. A little bit of salt and pepper, and we're gonna give this a really good stir. On goes the lid. Once it's ready, the house is going to smell absolutely amazing. We're gonna finish it off with a little bit of red wine vinegar and some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Are you kidding me? What could be more delicious than this? As you can see, it is creamy and delightful and amazing. You can eat it right away just like this, or you can freeze it for up to 6 months. It's a perfect make-ahead meal for those weeknights where you just don't feel like cooking. I hope you'll give this tasty recipe a try, and if you do, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo because you know I love seeing what you're coming up with in your very own kitchens. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at @thedomesticgeek1 because all through January, I am sharing a delicious smoothie recipe every single day. And of course, you'll want to hit that subscribe button because there's lots more deliciousness where this came from.